500,000 dirhams in London gets you a parking space. Not an apartment, not a studio, a parking space in a decent postcode. In Dubai, I'm about to show you exactly what that same 500,000 dirhams gets you across 5 different communities, and one of them is going to genuinely shock you.
Then we're going to climb the ladder together. 500,000, 1 million and 2 million dirham. Real listings, real prices, real rental yields. Just what your money actually buys, area by area, in 2026. If you've ever typed Dubai property prices into Google and gotten 15 different answers, this video is going to settle it once and for all. Let's get into it.
Let's start at the bottom rung. 500,000 dirhams. This is where most first-time buyers, young professionals and overseas investors enter the Dubai market. At this budget, you are almost always looking at a studio, or in a couple of cases, a very compact one-bedroom apartment. I pulled up Property Finder Live to show you 3 very different versions of 500,000 dirhams, because they are not the same product. International City, the rock-bottom entry point. This is genuinely one of the cheapest freehold areas in the entire city. At £500,000, you're not just getting a studio here. In some buildings, you can actually get a small one-bedroom apartment. Price per square foot here sits around 750 to 900, among the lowest in Dubai. The trade-off is obvious. It's further from the city centre, the buildings are older, and the finishes are basic. But for a pure numbers play, this is where your dirham stretches the furthest. Dubai South, the future bet. Right by Al Maktoum International Airport and the Expo City District, Dubai South studios typically land in the 400 to 500,000 dirhams range for around 380 to 450 square feet. This is very much a growth story purchase. You're betting on the airport expansion and Expo City's continued development, pushing prices up over the next 3 to 5 years. Less established today, but the infrastructure pipeline here is serious. JVC, Jumeirah Village Circle. Here's where it gets interesting, and here's the shock I promised you. JVC studio apartments that were 400 to 450,000 dirhams just 2 to 3 years ago have climbed hard. In 2026, a studio here now typically runs closer to 550 to 650,000 dirhams, sometimes higher in newer towers. Price per square foot has moved from roughly 850 in 2021 to over 1,350 to 1,550 dirhams today. That's a 5-year run of well over 60% in some pockets. Bump the budget to 750,000 dirhams and you move from studio territory into a genuine one-bedroom in better locations. Business Bay, one-bedrooms here typically sit in the 700 to 950,000 dirhams, depending on tower age and view. You're close to downtown, walking distance to the Dubai Water Canal, with strong tenant demand from young professionals working in DIFC and downtown. JVC, at this budget, a one-bedroom is very achievable, generally 650 to 900,000 dirhams, often larger than what Business Bay offers for the same money. This is the classic space over prestige trade.
Dubai Marina. Older towers. This is the one that surprises people. Marina one-bedroom apartments in older, established buildings can be found in this 700 to 900,000 dirhams range. Yes, Dubai Marina waterfront, one of the most iconic addresses in the city, at a price point people assume is impossible. The catch? Older buildings, higher service charges, and you'll be trading brand new finishes for location and lifestyle. One-bedrooms in these 3 areas typically rent for 55,000 to 85,000 dirhams annually, landing gross yields around 6% to 8%. At 1 million dirhams, you've got a real decision to make. Do you want a premium one-bedroom apartment in a top-tier location, or a solid 2-bedroom apartment in a mid-tier one? Downtown Dubai area, one bedroom close to the Burj Khalifa and Dubai Mall, or in the surrounding Business Bay or downtown adjacent towers, typically land around 1 million, 1.3 million dirhams. This is prestige first buying. The address does a lot of the work for resale and rental demand. At 1 million dirhams, you can get into a proper one-bedroom in JBR or Dubai Marina with an actual sea view, not just a marina-adjacent building. Views at a real premium here, often 15 to 25% over a non-view unit in the same tower. In JVC and Arjan, 2 bedrooms in this budget typically run 950 to 1150 square feet, giving you genuinely family-sized space for the same 1 million that buys a smaller 1-bed downtown. This is the classic space versus address fork in the road.
Downtown or Marina 1-bedrooms in this range typically rent for 90,000 to 120,000 dirhams a year. JVC or Arjan 2-bedrooms rent closer to 75,000 to 95,000 dirhams. Yields sit around 7 to 9% on the 2-bed route, slightly lower, around 6 to 8% on the prestige downtown route, because you're paying a premium for the address, not the yield.
Now we're at 2 million dirhams, and this is where Dubai genuinely competes with, and often beats, other global luxury markets on space for money. Dubai Hills Estate. At this budget, you're typically looking at a spacious 2 to 3 bedroom apartment, or in some cases, entry-level townhouses in one of Dubai's most established family communities. Golf course views, Dubai Hills Mall, top schools nearby. This is the I'm staying here for a decade community.